Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video yet again. In today's video, we're going to be going over some tips and tricks on how you can improve at Zero Build. Every day, Zero Build gets more and more popular because more and more people get sick of fighting zero ping sweats and builds. Even I am primarily a Zero Build player. I say good at builds just for content, but that's the only reason I really do. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. The first tip I have is work on your aim. This is the most important part of Zero Build. Obviously in Zero Build, people can't build to protect themselves, so if you have insane aim, you win almost all of your fights. The easiest way to practice this is literally just going into Fortnite, going into the creative search bar and looking up an aim training map. So if you literally dedicate about 30 minutes a day before you play into those maps, you will notice your aim improving a lot. Now, some things you want to focus on when you're aim training is learning the bullet drop of the new guns. See, back before Chapter 5, it was a lot easier to, have better aim because you didn't have to lead your shots. But now you kind of have to account for the bullet drop and where the bullets actually go, because they don't go where you're aiming. But just like anything else, with practice, you will find yourself learning the bullet drop. Now, when you're aim training with a shotgun, don't focus on the quick flicks because those aren't necessary. What you want to focus on is hitting direct hits, all pellet, headshots, every shot you take with your shotgun. Because if you have your AR spray down, then all you need to do is hit heavy hits with your shotgun and you'll win every fight you take. The next tip I have is to practice your movement. Movement is another very important factor to Zero Build because people can only have aim that's so good. If you're bobbing and weaving, sliding and crouch canceling, all that good stuff, people are gonna have a much harder time hitting you. Pretty much the biggest thing here is just don't hold still at all. Make sure you're always moving. Make sure it's second nature. Unless you're hiding, of course, then you obviously don't want to move. But anytime you're out in the open, or if you're peeking someone or fighting someone, make sure you're always moving and always trying to throw them off. My next tip is getting better positioning. Positioning is very, very important in Zero Build. See, if you're right in the middle of everybody and you get lobby focused, you can't build a bunch of boxes around you to cover yourself. And even if you have 4 bunkers, people can still spray through all of them and still manage to kill you. So you want to make sure you're on the dead side of zone. For those of you that don't know, the dead side of zone is where the least amount of people are. If you do that, you should be able to get easy one-on-one fights. Now, end game wise, you got to be mindful of where the zone's pulling. One massive tip I can give you is that if you see multiple medallions in certain spots of the map, chances are they also have forecasts, so they know where the next zone's going to be. So say they're on top of a really big mountain, right? You don't want to run up the mountain and get right in front of them because then they'll see you. But if you can get close enough to them, just a few layers down and get safe in a bunker, then you should be golden for the end game. My next tip is don't be scared to fight when you need to. Now, what I mean by this is if you don't have the best loot and you need bunkers or you need shield or you need ammo, you're gonna have to take a fight. It's not worth wasting your time playing the whole game out just so you get focused and get stuck in a bad spot. Like if you're really low on everything, try to find a third party, maybe you can get in there and then, clean up the loot and get stacked. Or if you're in the end game in this situation, a lot of pro Zero Build players know to just kind of hop in a bunker and say screw it, let's just try to get a refresh, see what we can do. Because you can only do so much ratting behind old bunkers and hiding behind natural structures. So sometimes you're gonna need to jump in a bunker, have faith in your aim, and try your best to get your refresh. Now this leads me to my next tip. And I will be saying this tip in probably every single one of these videos that I make. And that tip is to be confident. You need to be confident in your game sense, your positioning, your aim, and you need to tell yourself that you are the best player in that lobby. Sometimes it's a hard mindset to be in, don't get me wrong. You could be on a losing streak, or you could just not be in the best mood that day. I don't know, whatever the situation is. Sometimes it's not easy, but just have faith in yourself and be confident. If you're in a situation where you need to fight, be confident in your aim and be confident in your skill. Now, the next tip I have for you guys is have the correct inventory. When I'm recording this video, it is Chapter 5 Season 4, aka the Marvel season, so a lot of people are carrying the Captain America shield, the War Machine turrets, the jetpack, the auto laser, all the broken items. But In any other season or in other metas, you're not going to have these broken items to carry you. And plus, they aren't even that good. I don't carry them any of my zero build matches, and I win a majority of them. So the correct inventory you want is usually some form of movement, obviously a shotgun and an AR, one heal, and some cover. So pretty much, if you have the correct inventory, you'll be able to have the loot you need for almost every situation you could be in. You have your shotgun for, close range attacks and a first heavy hit. You have your AR for spraying and long range, medium range, all that good stuff. To replace the AR, you could, of course, in this season do like the Monarch pistol. You could do a Deagle, or you could do a sniper if you're that good with it. But an AR is most reliable. You have movement, so if it comes down to it and you get lasered and you have to get out of a certain spot, you have the movement to get out of that spot. Then if all else fails, you have cover. If you can only get so far away with that jetpack or that impulse and they're still chasing you, you're going to have to throw a bunker down and then try to get some lasers with your AR. And then, obviously, yeah, you have heals. You need to carry heals. So if you followed every single one of these steps, chances are you will get a lot better at zero build. I actually guarantee you will notice improvement if you do all this stuff I told you. I pretty much just gave you guys the cheat code to everything that I know for zero build. And I am, a pretty decent player in zero build. I play competitive, I place pretty good, and I have gotten really close to earnings. So yeah, I just need you guys to trust me here, take my advice, and I promise you guys, you will improve. And with that being said, I hope these tips helped you guys out, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as always, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys.